Namaskar, I'm Ashok Vyas. I welcome you all to this special this week with Shri Dr. Sudhir Parikh. Dr. Sahab, welcome with congratulations.
Namaskar and thank you.
And when I say congratulations, this congratulations is based on the exit polls that we have seen, which kind of goes in favor of the vision with which you supported Prime Minister Narendra Modi officially long ago. So, when you supported Prime Minister Modi, what was your thought process?
Well, I really sincerely believe that he is an individual who has vision, who has not only vision, but he knows how to implement that vision, and he can see the future, and that's what India needs. And I mean, he took the India to the global level, made it global leader. He enhanced the Indian economy, make all Indian feel more hopeful, and so. And I know Prime Minister Shri Narendra Bhai for last 20 years very closely, when he was in Chief Minister in Gujarat and even before that. So it's a personal experience, personal observation that he is a very strong, very decisive, very pragmatic, very versatile leader which India needs.
Absolutely, and with what you mentioned, if I may add, he is also innovative in making use of his time and the opportunity in probably the best possible manner. So we will go a little flashback, and after the election campaign was over, he decided to visit Kedarnath, and that video also has kind of arrested the imagination of Indian people. Talk to me a little bit about.
Well, I mean, the Kedarnath visit was obviously his own personal visit to the pilgrimage after hard work of campaigning, and when I saw that image, he's sitting in that gufa, I mean cave. It was really, you can see that he's very genuine, very spiritual, and very at the peace in his mind, and whatever hard work he had to do during campaigning, convincing the Indian population that he is the right person, his party is the right party. At the end, he was very confident that everything will happen in his favor.
Absolutely, and that's what he said. And I also want to sort of share with you, as well as seek your response to his comments after his visit to Kedarnath, when reporters asked him what did he ask to God for. He said, we don't go there to ask for anything. God has given everything to human being to give further. So that speaks volumes about this man's approach towards his passion for giving.
Right. It goes without saying, because he whole his life, all his actions, all his kind of what do you call it, action, reaction, everything is always very selfless, and that's why he always wants to give it to the want to give it to the people of India rather than expecting anything from them.
No, Doctor, the world is full of different colors, so perception is different. The way you perceive him, and based on what we have seen in exit polls and people chanting Modi, Modi everywhere, looks like many people resonated with this spirit. But there are people who felt that he wasn't fair. He wasn't appreciative of the needs of minorities, etc. There were certain voices like that. And let me begin by referring to Congress President Rahul Gandhi. His whole campaign was Chaukidar Chora, of course, Chaukidar referring to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Do you think, and in the concluding interview after the campaign, Rahul Gandhi said that he based his campaign on establishing or dismantling the image of Narendra Modi. Talk to me a little bit about your response to this approach, and did he succeed anywhere?
Usually, you cannot dismantle anyone's image unless you have proof for it. And without proof, Indian people of India is very smart. We should not underestimate their smartness, their information, knowledge, and their ability to think right and wrong. And so, you cannot destroy anyone's image without any real proof or truth to it. And the lie cannot be even doesn't matter how many times you repeat that lie. I don't think if it becomes truth, and that's so. I think without always satyameva jayate kind of. So whatever is truth is always at the end you can see through.
So there are people who, whatever you hear, they have certain mindset with which they operate, and I know you don't like these kind of references somehow, and we don't like it, but many times the news is like that. So today there is a news item where Chief Minister of Delhi, Arvind Kejriwal, says that Modi ji wants me to get killed by my personal security officer, like Indira Gandhi ji got killed. So I mean, it must, of course it is like his imagination, but someone in the position of Chief Minister saying it, which is now being read by people as headline of news. How do you see this phenomenon?
Well, in my personal opinion, I think this kind of headline has one should ignore it. Has no much meaning, and it shows more of immaturity than maturity. That's what I understand.
So we'll ignore with your suggestion, and we move towards the brighter side. So with Prime Minister Narendra Modi coming back as Prime Minister of India, what do you think is likely to be his immediate focus as PM again?
My guess is that I'm sure immediately after he will take charge of Prime Ministership again, I think this time probably he's focused more on poor people, agriculture, employment, tangible employment, and those kind of thing, which really affects middle class and lower middle class and poor people, and I think that's the way it should be done. And I mean, as you know, he already has put a great healthcare service in India called Ayushman Bharat, and I'm sure he will do something like that to cover those 20% of the population who is below poverty line, to lift them up into the middle class. And I think if he does that, then I'm sure he will be much appreciated by all the sectors, all the different sector of the society.
And do you expect Prime Minister Modi to be bringing some new ideas for generating employment?
Yes, I think so, because employment has to be generated. And only way to generate employment is to boost the manufacturing. And unless you boost the manufacturing, or by either by indigenous manufacturing, or just like China, bring the manufacturing work from outside, insource the manufacturing. And if you do that, then whole economy goes up. People are more employed, because the people's basic need is only to meet their own basic need. They don't want to be filthy rich. They want to be meet day to day their requirement. And as long as any government fulfills that requirement, just like here in Western country, I mean, doesn't matter whether you are on minimal wage, or you are filthy rich professional, or filthy rich businessman. Everyone, 90% of things everyone can afford and can enjoy.
Absolutely.
So it's only a question of 10%. So nobody cares about that upper crust of the life. Everybody wants 90% of the normal life.
So on that note, as we conclude today's conversation with Dr. Sudhir Parikh, Doctor, a lot of people have supported your vision of bringing Prime Minister Narendra Modi again. I personally saw you also participated in many of the meetings. So, your thoughts for Indian Americans who have shown a lot of excitement for bringing back Prime Minister Modi.
Yes, I would like to congratulate our Prime Minister Shri Narendra Bhai Modi and his team for coming back to the government and willing to work harder than last time to make India and take India to next level.
Wonderful. So, on that note, formal results and the formal oath ceremony is very, very soon going to happen. But parting words from you from today's show.
Well, I mean, dear friends, really, I thank you for joining me on this very important occasion of election night. I wish that all the exit poll remains as it is and becomes reality, and I would like to congratulate Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his team in advance. Thank you. God bless America. God bless India. Jai Hind.
And now, time for weekly show with a passionate India lover, Chairman of ITV Gold and Parikh Worldwide Media. Get ready for loving sharing from physician, philanthropist, publisher, and India advocate in this week with Padma Shri Dr. Sudhir Parikh.